You can give away Darkfire in Fantasy Life I to other players, which at first might seem like a super stupid idea, but for people like me who want to experience some of what the endgame has to offer in Fantasy Life I, but don't want to grind their asses off to do so, it's actually pretty good news. Hi there fellow Nintendo gamers, my name is VeggieVulture and today I want to talk a little bit about the endgame of Fantasy Life I, because I've rolled the credits recently on Fantasy Life I and I started getting into the endgame, but really soon I noticed the endgame comes with a really big grind. Now there's enough stuff to do in the endgame by itself is awesome, there's a lot of more hours of fun to be had in Fantasy Life I, but for me personally, I'm not a completionist, I'm not the kind of person, the kind of gamer who wants to sit down and do exactly everything that a game has to offer, and a lot of games focus on that kind of stuff when they focus on the end game. Now there's also other stuff to do in Fantasy Life I that I do want to experience, and that is the dungeon crawling aspect of it, like the groves, that is just going through Gyromosia, defeating big bosses and strong enemies that get stronger when Gyromosia levels up. But then there is the sealed off dungeons in and around the overworld of like the world of Fantasy Life I. Here and there there's like dungeons that you went through in the story campaign of the game that had these sealed off parts, and for those to open up those little gates to those parts of the map of the dungeons, which are kind of end game content, you need Darkfire, which is an item which is a very rare drop item that you can get, and you need 5 of them to open one of the gates, but another one of the gates you need like, I don't know, 30 or 35 of them, which for me is a really big content wall in order for me, which prevents me from actually enjoying that part of the game, which is a part of the game that I really want to do. I just don't have time and patience to collect that much Darkfire. Really quickly before I go into that, if you like my videos on Fantasy Life I and the Nintendo Switch 2 in general, make sure to hit the thumbs up, don't be a strangeling about it, hit the subscribe button, hit me up in the comments, I will be there answering your questions, talking with you, because I really love the Nintendo Switch 2, I love Fantasy Life I, and I just love doing videos about it. So the thing that I do that gets me to enjoy those sealed off dungeons in the overworld is really simple. I trade away my Darkfire to Sam. If you do not know who Sam is my Nintendo buddy, love the guy to death, play a lot of Nintendo games with him over the Switch 1 life cycle. We now jumped onto the Switch 2 together, and we've been playing Fantasy Life I multiplayer a lot. And I was collecting Darkfire, he was collecting Darkfire. Now he has more patience than me, so for every 1 Darkfire that I in real time collect, he collects like 5 or 6. But I was like, you know what, Sam, I'm never going to be able to enjoy these sealed off dungeons. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to send my Darkfire to you. Then when you have enough, right, with yours and mine combined, I just join you in the multiplayer section, because when you join a multiplayer in Fantasy Life I, you always join the instance of the host, right? You then go open up one of the seals, and we go through the seal together, and we can enjoy the content together. Which lets me enjoy the content, not in my own world, but that's not important. I just want to go in there, see what's there, what end bosses, like difficult creatures, what cool drops you can get from there, which you all get from multiplayer. You can do that multiplayer as well as that you can do that single player. So for me, multiplayer is where most of the fun is anyway. Now, I know there's ways to collect Darkfire. I know there's ways to collect Darkfire quite efficiently, especially if you use like exploits which aren't really exploits, because you can go into like a monster room and then fight all of the monsters except for one, and then just give up and then go back into that monster room and then fight all of the monsters except one, that kind of stuff. And there's a lot of that kind of stuff to do. That's just not for me. For me, I want to see that endgame stuff, and I don't mind working for it a little bit. I'm just not the kind of guy who goes like trying to be top level in every class, have every armor set. I just like to have like be top in like one combat class, one gathering class, maybe one crafting class, and then just have one really cool set of armor and just go beat the living shit out of some big ass monsters. That's what I like to do, and that's why being able to give away Darkfire is absolutely a really good decision of level 5. Now really quickly, it's actually kind of the same deal with Gyneromosia. Now there's not an item that I can give to Sam in order for his Gyneromosia to get higher level, but my Gyneromosia, my version of the open world, is not that high level, but his is getting higher and higher and higher. So for me to experience what Gyneromosia has to offer, it's just smarter to jump into a multiplayer session with Sam and go to his Gyneromosia, because I get to fight in his Gyneromosia, help him level his Gyneromosia, and in return, man, I'm saying Gyneromosia a lot. In return, I get to experience what Gyneromosia has to offer when it's level 5 or even beyond, and those big ass creatures start spawning and you need to beat like the living crap out of a nap dragon, that kind of stuff. I'm not going to be able to do it by myself in my own saved game, so why not jump into a multiplayer session with Sam? And that's it for today. It was just a little quick thing that I wanted to share with you, my viewers. Now, if you find these videos interesting, make sure to hit the thumbs up, hit that subscribe button. Don't be a strangeling about it. Put in the comments what you think about my videos, what you want me to talk about, because I am planning on doing a lot more videos on the Nintendo Switch too, especially, but also Fantasy Life I. And until next video, bye-bye.